All right, welcome to another edition of ContractorsYouCanTrust.com Ask the Expert. Today's expert is Jeff Needham. He is an agent for Farm Bureau Insurance here in Traverse City, Michigan. And we best know him as Mr. Michigan Insurance. Jeff, I want to talk about texting while driving. Seems to be a big issue.
A huge issue, absolutely huge, and it's on the rise with more and more people with iPhones, Blackberries, devices that they would use for communication on a day-to-day basis, and now they're using them in their vehicles. But what a lot of people probably don't realize is that for every second that you're taking your eyes off the road at 55 miles an hour,
Right.
you're crossing 100 yards.
We're talking a whole football field
An
here.
entire football field.
Driving at
Never looking
55.
at the road. That's right.
You look down at the phone.
Yep, just a quick glance.
You look up. You've just traveled 100 yards
at 55 miles an hour.
All right.
And you can go up or down from there, whether it's 35 miles an hour or increase it to 70 miles an hour. I mean, it's staggering.
What's the age group that we're dealing with?
I think the biggest age group that's out there, 16 to 24, 50% of them, on average, text while driving.
Wow.
Probably not staggering to some, given the fact that as a 16-year-old today coming out, most of them do have.
They're kind of
a
born and
device.
raised with these, right?
Right.
Okay.
But it's not to say that those over the age of 24 are immune by any stretch of the imagination.
Right. Jeff, with this texting, and I'm a father, I have a business, a home, typical. What's that do? What's that do for me, for my assets, and for the household, so to speak?
The state of Michigan will put out, it's called an asset interrogatory, and a lawsuit.
Is that kind of is that kind of like that spider web thing you're?
Yep.
Okay, you're telling me about. Okay.
What they're going to do is they're going to ask 54 questions, and they want to know all about you, your assets, whose names are on what. They want to see where your ties are. So if, for instance, you share an investment maybe with your mom and dad, which is common, where as kids get older and the parents are getting older, prior to the parents passing on, they may want to add the kids on a 401k or IRA account as ownership, in which case then they will defray, if you will, maybe a tax benefit as far as the taxes.
Right.
In doing that, though, they open up the liability standpoint, because if there's an auto accident and your names are tied to one another on that account is then is then up for grabs, if you will, should something happen in the case of an accident. So if you're going to do that, you really need to make sure that the liability on the auto insurance and your liability coverages, both, I should say, on auto and on home, across all of your lines of your insurance, are reviewed and brought up to the proper levels in order to cover those assets across the board.